it does. Oops. Woo. Applause. Okay, so today's episode I want to talk about is school. Yes, I have been out of school for a while now, and no, I'm not going to say how long. But my problem is with school is that why didn't they teach you things that you actually need to know when you grew up to be an adult? Yes, because this person here is not adult at all. Like, one, why was I not a course about like learning how to, okay wait, did we learn how to do taxes? No, we don't think we learned how to do taxes. We learned how to make checks. Because okay, then yes, it was important to know how to do checks. I'll give them that. But what made more sense? Why am I so low right? Hello, can you focus on me? Sorry if you're not watching YouTube, that was kind of blurry. Am I better? In focus? Hopefully. Anyways, why do they not teach us how to do taxes? How to be a functioning adult? Like, why do I need to learn how to do bedmets? Yeah, because I learn that crap. I do that crap every single day. You know what I don't know how to do? My freaking taxes still. I have tried to do my own taxes once. And even then, I still went and got it done because I did not understand how to do taxes. And now, what is this I'm hearing? Because, like, I got nieces and nephews who are in school, that kids now don't need to learn how to do cursive? I'm sorry. What? Now, can I use cursive? Heck to the no. My cursive writing is horrible, but I learned how to do it. Okay, so, but I have to say though, learning how to type was probably good. It was good, okay? Am I good at typing? No, but I still remember where to put each of my fingers on the keyboard, so that's a plus. But yeah, like still makes me mad that kids don't need to learn how to do cursive anymore. I did, and is my handwriting any better? Heck no, my handwriting sucks. But you know what I didn't need to do? Is find out what X is. I haven't used that crap in my day of my life. But I will say school has gotten harder since I was in school. I was trying to help my nephews? One of my nephews with school. No clue. Zero clue how to do. Because now they're changing like how to do math, how to do all this. No, zero clue on how to help them. Because they changed the curriculum. But I think they should have taught us how to do taxes. Like, they should have been in class. Now, I don't know if it should be an additional class or you sign up for this class or whatever. I did like home economics. I think that was a time that we learned how to if you had to bring the baby home or something. At least at my school, that's what we did. I think it was in high school or junior high? No, I think it was high school. It was high school. No, it was junior high. You need to bring home a fake baby for the weekend so you get the experience of raising a child. Now, it's not like, I mean, you only have the baby for the weekend, not like 18 years. So, okay, but I think that we should have been able to also learn how to do taxes, why do I keep saying taxes? Like, there's more life than just taxes. But I think, like, how to fill college papers. I did not really know how to do that. I mean, granted, there's probably tons of people who did. I did not. Resumes. How to make a resume. I don't think I learned that in school. I think, like, how do you make, like, doing cover letters, resumes, going for a job. Now, I know you could, there is places that would teach you, but I think that should, like, the basics should have been taught in school. And I probably get a lot of crap from kids who are in school now and be like, women, do not make us learn other things. I get it, I do. But like learning how to fill out taxes, how to do resumes, cover letter, interviews. I wish, I learned how to do mock interviews, because there was nothing more stressful than learning how to do a resume later in life, and I had no clue. Thank God I had my sister-in-law and my mom who knew how to do that stuff and do it well, and they could help me. But like, why was I not taught that in school? Maybe I was, and maybe I just forgotten, but I don't remember ever learning about that in school. And I don't know, for me that seems more, okay, I don't want to say math, English, science, history, and all this other stuff are not important. But I know for somebody like me who struggled in school, learning how to do taxes and job interview. Now, I think maybe not doing it in junior high because you really don't care, and you can't really get a job when you're in junior high. But going into high school, like I said, my niece, oh my God, I can't believe it. I have nieces and nephews who are old enough to get jobs. That scares me. I'm not ready for that. Awkward. No, I don't know why I did that. I'm so sorry. I feel like I did not. I wish I had the opportunity. Like I said, learning how to type, use the computers was a great class. I even remember doing that in elementary school. We had the floppy disk. Does anybody remember it was a floppy disk? I'm officially old. But like learning how to use the keys and doing that test, right? That was really, that was great. I'm so grateful I got to do that. Learn how to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all that. That was great. But I wish I knew more. Like how to, I guess the biggest one in my head is taxes. Because like I said, I can't do that for the life of me. And yes, I can go and get it done, but like sometimes you know what, you want to do it yourself. Why do you want to spend extra money for people to do it? Which I get, is a great job. And but still, like, I wish I knew that. I wish I knew about, credit, like getting a credit card, line of credit, banking, more banking stuff. Because like, yeah, learning how to write check is great, but like, what about like tax-free savings account, debit? What happens if somebody like, what happens if you go over your spend? Budgeting. I think budgeting would have been so much. If I knew more about budgeting when I was younger, that would have saved me so much when I got older. The one thing I was very grateful for, and the one thing I would say, is that if you're young, start saving now, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. This just got really, really deep. There's not what the podcast is about, but I just, I know we learned a lot in school. It's overwhelming and, everything like that. But like learning how to budget, banking, taxes, how to buy a house, how do you get credit, like get an apartment, college stuff. All these are so important. And I'm not saying everything else is not important in school. Everything is important in school. But I wish there was more. Like I remember my mom and I were talking. They had grade 13. I don't know, but there are more, that grade 13 is more focusing on for college and stuff. I think, I know for me, I probably would have fought in it, but I think it would be really beneficial if we had a grade 13, but they taught you basic stuff, like how to apply for colleges, how to take out loans, what debt is, student debt, student loans, all these other things, I think would have been beneficial. And I know kids now are probably like, girl, stop, don't do this to us. But, I wish they did that in school. And like, what? I think every generation wish they were taught different things in school. It's not, like, yes, I know I graduated high school, college a long time ago. Why am I talking about this now? Like I said, this podcast is about whatever pops into my head, and for some reason this popped into my head a few times. So I thought I'd talk about it, and it's my podcast, so I'm allowed to. Sorry. That was jerk. I'm a jerk. I'm sorry. But, you know, I wish that I got to do that and learn more. But I am kind of ticked off that the kids wow. Apparently I should learn how to talk. They don't need to learn cursive. Man, I hated cursive writing. And it was so funny because, like, teachers always told us, oh, you can use this in your everyday life. Okay, cursive, yes, because, like, when you're signing stuff, you know, you get this sign cursive. If anybody could read my handwriting, I bow down, because I can barely read my own signature sometimes. You know, writing emails, sometimes, like, getting from here to whatever, it's a miracle. People can understand me sometimes. But for the most part, I wish I just knew a bit more about life. And I know, you know, growing up is all about learning, and you learn as you go, but some of the basic things, like, come on guys, like, I should have known how to do taxes and pay bills, and, like, understanding, like, I still, like I said, I'm not gonna say that. I did say how old I was earlier, but I'm not gonna say how old I am, but, like, I still don't understand, like, how to read water bills sometimes, like, how it fluctuates. And, like, I think the biggest thing, now, this is different for everywhere, and different provinces, different parts, whatever, is I didn't realize, now, I don't know if this is just an Ontario thing or there's other places too, that water, like, if you're gonna do laundry, hydro for, like, your dryer and stuff, is different prices at different times the other day, and I never knew that until I was older. And I remember, I think it might be an Ontario thing, because I don't remember living in other places you have to worry about that. But I remember one time I was doing laundry, and my mom was like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just doing laundry. She's like, okay, but you can't put it in the dryer because until this, like, after 7, because it's a bit cheaper if you do it then during the, I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Why does the time of day mean the hydro has to go, like, why? Like, that to me is just crazy. Like I said, I don't know if that's just where I live in Ontario that does it, or is it other places too? You know, comment down below if you've heard that too, where you could only do laundry at certain times. Like, I never knew that. And realistically, that's more of a life thing, not a school thing, so I can't really blame that on school. But I wish, you know, learning how to do bills and understanding that, and, like, you know, you have to make sure you pay, and, you know, getting loans and all this other stuff. I wish there was a class that did that. Now, this is, like I said, this is just my opinion. Everybody may have different things they want to say about it, and that's totally cool. I just want to say, like, don't get me wrong, what you learn in school is very important, but there's some things, like, guys, come on, like, I don't even know, I should ask my nieces or nephews, did they learn about bed mass? And I don't know why that was my big thing. If you guys don't know what bed mass is, it was bracket, oh my gosh, I don't remember what bed mass is in school. And I think that was, like, the one, oh, let me turn on this light again, hang on. Ooh, I'm gonna change color. Sorry, I'm in, like, wow, I'm gonna do blue. Oh, I didn't do blue. Oh, that looks pretty. No, there we go. Let me just turn that down a bit. There. Okay, so I want to see bed mass. Is it bed mass with one? Oh, it's just one? Oh, I thought it was more than one S. Okay, so it's brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. That was, like, oh my God, I don't know why I'm getting so upset about this. Like, I graduated high school. Why am I still talking about this? Like, why does it bug me so much? But like, okay, so like if you have, this is an example I found on Google. If you go 12 plus in brackets 7 minus 5 under brackets 3 times 6 plus 1 equals what? So then you have to do inside the brackets first, because that's brackets. Then do the exponents. Like, when in the heck? When the hell? You know what? Screw it. I can't say heck. When the hell am I ever going to use that in my everyday life? Or like solve for x if y equals 2x. I have not used that shit in real life ever. Maybe try to explain it to somebody. Sure. Even then, we still. That's why the show, I don't know if it's still on or not. Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Absolutely no. Zero chance of my smarter than a 5th grader. I am barely smart enough than a kindergartner. That's me though. That's my fault. Maybe it's something to do with planets. Like name all the planets. Sure, I can do that, no problem. Anything else? Yeah, you're on your own. That's why I can never do trivia nights or anything like that, because like I would not be good at it, especially if there's like math question. Music or TV shows, maybe yes, but like anything else, no. But okay, I really don't know what this episode is about, but I just, you know, like I said, in school's important. Reading, like learning how to read, write, math, science, history absolutely is important. But like I said, I just wish we got to expand more. Like I think I won't say everybody benefits, but like I think especially like somebody like me, I think learning how to do, like I said, taxes, bill, like debts, how to open a bank account, all those things would have been beneficial. I wish we had gotten a grade 13 for that. You know, I get why. I know though, I thought a few years back, just after COVID, they were thinking about doing grade 13. But then they stopped doing that for some reason. I wonder why. But like, I don't know. I just wish, like, wish it was an option that they could be like, okay, listen, if you want to learn how to do billing, how to open up credit cards, learn about X, Y, and Z, you can do it this year. I would, not gonna lie, I was not the best in school. I did not like school. Loved college. My high school was a bit of a challenge. Like my school years were a bit challenging. But, and yeah, I probably would have been like, oh, I don't need it. But I think, I would probably push, but I think it would have been beneficial to have the option of learning simple skills like how to do my taxes, how to open up a credit card, not even that, like mortgages and all this stuff. Learning how to do that, I think would have been great. And if it was like an extra year, okay. Yeah, but I don't think it should have been forced on. I think if people wanted to learn those stuff, I think that could have been, I don't want to say elective, I don't think that's the right word, but like, if you want to learn more and be like, okay, I don't think I'm ready to go to college yet, so why don't I take, and maybe not even a full year, it could be like even a half a year, or like, and just be like, okay, you want to learn about college applications, or you want to learn how to do this, X, Y, and Z. Once again, at least they have that option. And yeah, you know what, personally for myself, and I know myself, yeah, I probably would have put a fight about it, but I think if I had the choice, I think I would have taken it and just been like, okay, would I be ready for the real world? Absolutely not. But I think I'll have a little bit more of a leg up for certain things, and maybe have the confidence to be like, okay, I want to start saving, I want budgeting. I think has been a big one for me. I mean, heck, being an adult, I still struggle with budgeting sometimes, and that's okay. You know, we learn different things, different times. I know this is more of a heavy, weird topic, and I apologize, because usually I want this podcast to be fun and everything like that, but, you know, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about, like, my nieces and nephews, and everybody else is in school, and I know for myself, personally, I think this is why I'm kind of passionate about it, and I just started thinking about it, was that I wish I was better in school so I could be a better adult. Like, I don't think I'm a horrible adult, but there's some things in my life that I wish I knew more about so I could have really taken on. Especially, you know, with college and everything like that. That's what really got me, was that I didn't know. And like I said, I don't know how to do freaking X equals M. Like, unless that's something in your field that you have to deal with every single day, okay. But if you're in the field like I am, where I don't have to do that, I forget. Like, I still remember doing like the make that square, like the 3D box thingy in the shaded area, and then you had to figure out that to me made no sense. I wouldn't say I was good at it. I was kind of good at it. Not the drawing part. That box looked wonky. You can call it, let's say it was a 3D box. It was not a 3D box, girl. Did I have to get help from my teacher in my teacher's aide? Absolutely, because I did not know how to draw. Even though the dots are right there and they showed you, it's like, girl, just connect it up. I'm like, you guys do realize I could barely draw a freaking sun or a smiley face without looking weird and creepy. You want me to learn how to make a 3D box? No. I mean, I got good at it eventually. I did, but it took a long time. And, you know, have I used that ever? No. Has my nieces and nephews? I don't think so, no. Because I remember asking them over the summer last year if they have ever heard like a BEDMAS, if they had the X equals Y. They said, I don't think they did. I know they had to do long division still. I think you still have to do like long division and multiple and show your work. That was the most. Why did I hate showing my work so much? It's like, you have to make sure you show your work. I remember one time, true story, I think it was definitely math class, and sorry, maths, it's on my foot, and you had the formula, so it was like it was like let's say a triangle, and then you had, you know, they want you to figure out, I don't know, one of the corners, degrees, and so then you have to like break it down. I remember doing that one time, got the right answer, formula completely wrong. How? No idea. To this day, I still don't know. And it was funny because I think my mom and I brought it up. Like, once again, I was talking to my nieces over the summer, and I remember telling this to my mom. I was like, yeah, I still don't know how you got the wrong formula but the right answer. And then on another question, I got the right formula but the totally wrong answer. How? I cannot tell you. Even to this day, I cannot tell you how that was possible. I'm kind of impressed with myself, but I still, like, I don't use that stuff, so a lot of it's gone out of my head. Like, I still use Word documents, I still use Excel, I still use PowerPoint. Like, I haven't used PowerPoint in a while, or no, I use Excel, but PowerPoint I haven't used in a while. I'll still, like, I could probably like get on there and know what to do, but I haven't used it in a long time. But it's still a good skill that I remember. I'm still glad I did typing class and computer class, but like, I still understand why we had to learn cursive. And I know, back in the day, cursive was one of the main things. Like, if you did not pass and you did not have the curve right, all I'm saying is that if I had to go to school back then, where you had, like, when cursive was really big and, like, they would measure, I would have flunked out of school. I would have been, I would have been a horrible student back in the day, because to me, by the time I got, like, we had to do like A. So you had to, like, do like a full sheet. Maybe not full sheet, but like you did a lot of A's and I would get bored after a while. So I did like 2 or 3, and then I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then go skip it and do other ones. Like, I know I would not have been good at school back in the day, because I got bored. I was maybe not the best student in the world. Don't make me do art. I did art class. I thought it'd be the easiest thing to do. It was actually the hardest. I actually liked woodworking and electronics more than anything. I love my art teacher. They were all amazing, but yeah, I think I did only art in junior high. I don't think I did it in high school. I should ask my art teacher in high school. Wait, no, that makes no sense. Yeah, because I think art was just an elective. I did band. I did choir and drama. That was always fun. Like, I think absolutely keep, like, drama, keep choir, keep bands, keep science, all those, like, science, math, English, all the, like, yeah, you have to keep them. But like I said, I wish I learned more about things. And not just, yeah, I would say more about, banking. Like, I remember we talked about it in math class. I think we did, like, a bit of banking stuff in math class, I think in high school or junior high. But then it was, like, a quick thing, and that was it. It's like, well, dang, I want to know more. But at the time, too, we didn't have, like, I think I got tax-free savings. I think tax-free savings came out when I was in grade 12, or 11, grade 12. So I get there wasn't a lot, but, like, yes, learning how to sign a check, but I wish I did more. I wish I did it more of writing the checks. I think we only did that, like, for a little while, and that was it. And that was the most random. Like, I remember thinking, why are we learning how to do checks? But then, like, balancing the checks in your checkbook if you had one, I didn't know how to do that. So yeah, I don't know, this got, like I said, this got a weird talk. This got weird really fast. But I was just like, I was thinking about it when I was washing dishes and stuff. It's like, wow, like, when the heck have I ever used x equals 2a squared? Never in my life. Never. But, like, yeah, I don't know. This is, I don't even know if I'm going to upload this or post this. Maybe I will, because it's funny and weird. But I just wish there was an option that you can, I think maybe more in high school, because, like, junior high, your brain's not fully developed. But maybe, like, and there probably is places that you can go to to learn all this stuff. I don't know. I guess I can do some research and find out. But yeah, I think that was something I wish I did more in school. Would I have fought it? Absolutely. But I think I would have still liked to have done it and learn, and I don't know, just learn how to do, like, basic stuff to help. And I'm not saying, like, it should be mandatory for everybody, like everybody has to do it. Like, no, I think certain people wants to do it, they should be able to do it. And if you didn't want to do it, hey, you don't have to do it, that's cool. But I know for me, I would have loved to be able to learn how to do it. But yeah, I think that I wish I had the option of keep it going, of learning new things. I probably would have fought in it if it was in junior high. High school, I think I probably still would have put up a fuss, because that's just me. But yeah, I think, I don't know what to think, but thanks guys for listening or watching this episode. I know it's weird and probably made no sense, but if somebody else is out there like me who wish the same thing, I got you. But yes, thank you guys so much for another great episode of Comfy Corners. Hope you guys have a great day, night, weekend, week, whatever you are doing. Have a great day, I guess. I don't know. I never know how to sign off on this. So if you guys have anything I should sign off or have a thought of how I should sign off, let me know down below. Thanks, guys. Bye.